Alright, so welcome back to F1 Manager. Now, it has been a little while, but I am now back. We've returned for round number 7 at Imola. Now, there really isn't anything to update you on. I've not developed any new car parts. I'm not manufacturing anything. Everything is exactly the same as last time out at Miami. And I actually realized, rather embarrassingly, that if you watched my last episode at Miami, during the sprint race, Théo Pourchaire just randomly stopped in the middle of the road on the final lap, and I thought that he had done one of his classic mistakes and had spun off, but as a commenter enlightened me on, I'd actually left him on the push fuel setting, and he actually ran out of fuel. So I'm going to make sure that I don't do that again, because I believe that Imola is a sprint race, but I could be wrong. Now, for the race targets, I'm going to go for 20th and higher this time, for no particular reason, probably because one of them is guaranteed to get 20th or higher, and we'll go from there. And I am going to take a much more simplistic route to this game. And what I mean by that is that rather than faffing around with strategies and run plans and all of that, I'm just going to basically just do it all simple and do basically what the game tells me. Because I think it's clear and evidence has showed us that I am an absolute crap strategist and manager in general. Alright, so I just unlocked a trophy and it said build or upgrade a facility. So, just after practice has finished and qualifying begins, I've upgraded a facility. I don't know which one, but that's what I've done. Brilliant. Okay, so now it's time to faff around with these setup options and try and sort it out for good old Gio here, although it isn't looking too great. Never mind, wait, I'm banging it, wait. Right, and here we are in qualifying. Now, I am just going to do 2 runs, unless there's, like, a red flag or weather change or something, which I don't think there is. I'm just basically going to do exactly what I would do in F1 24. So, I'm just going to go to about 10 minutes and then send out our drivers for their first runs. Alright, here we go then. First lap from Théo is coming. Jesus, wet, that's so loud. I'm going to have to turn that down. That's hurting my eardrums. Whoa. That is very loud. My goodness. Okay. Here he goes into turn 1. Of course, this is his first run, so we might as well just skip to the end. You know what I mean? There's no sectors to go by. So here he comes around the final corner. The AI actually driving a sort of normal line for the first time. He crosses the line, and he is going to put it last. Brilliant. Okay, so he is currently 2/10 off Gasly. There are some stinkers left to go, but oh my goodness, Valtteri Bottas, that is endangering. As Gio getting on, he's about to cross the line, and he actually stopped before the line. Well, okay, so the line is different from F1 Manager to F1 24, which is a bit interesting. I don't know which one is 100% accurate. But Gio, that's a very good lap. 0.6 of a second ahead of Théo Pourchaire, and he's ahead of Gasly. That's a very nice lap from Gio. There are some stinkers yet to go. We have both of the RBs, we've got both of the Hasses, we've got Sargent, we have got Zhou Guanyu, so I don't think that's too bad from Gio. I think that's a good lap time. Alright, so for some reason, with 6.5 minutes remaining, George Russell, Kevin Magnussen, Daniel Ricciardo, Yuki Tsunoda, and Zhou Guanyu haven't done a lap. And we actually have a yellow flag. As I say that, what kind of mystic fat crim is that? As Zhou Guanyu has damage and must have gone off. Look at his rear wing. That is in absolute tatters. Let's take a look at the instant replay, making his way up to turn 7 or 8, I think that is. Loses the rear and clots into the wall. That's crazy. As I say that those 5 haven't done a lap yet, Zhou Guanyu goes and puts it in the wall. Doing Zhou Guanyu things. Okay. So everyone has completed their first runs, except Zhou Guanyu, of course. And at the moment, we currently sit in P18 and P21. And also, look at the Red Bulls. 14th and 15th is very concerning for them. That is not really what we want to see. So I think I'm going to wait until about 3 minutes on the dot until I send out our first driver. So let's just send out Théo now, and then also send out Gio. Okay, come on the boys, we can do this. Right, it's time to get the sector times up, and let's see if the lads could improve. And at least, you know, I'm not asking them to get out of Q1 every single race weekend, but put on a showing, you know, show that we can actually do this. Do you know what I mean? Sector 1 is about to come through for Teo. It's just here at the end, going into turn 7/8, and it is going to be green, which I like a lot. I'm enjoying that very much. Joe Guan Yu, no, not Joe Guan Yu, wrong one. Antonio Giovinazzi now making his way through Sector 1, and it is going to be yellow. Oh, no, that's really not what you want to see. The driver that is currently... Oh, hang on, one of the Saubers has just almost gone stationary trying to clear the traffic for Teo here. Sector 2 is about to pop up, going into the chicane, and it's double green for Teo. This is looking like a decent lap so far, although green sectors don't really mean anything since his lap was so stinky. Giovinazzi also going green. Sargent only P18. Ocon, Bottas, Albon, and Hulkenberg all failing to improve. Here comes Teo. Let's do it. Come on then. Double green, triple green for the boys. Here he comes across the line. Oh, hang on a minute, this is big, this is potentially the best day of my life. Giovinazzi across the line. Oh. Okay, hang on. We might have a driver through here. We've got Valtteri Bottas not on a lap. Sargent has already finished. Gasly's the only one left, and he is abandoned. We have another driver into Q numero dos. Let's go. I am actually very upset with Giovinazzi there. His first lap was so good. 6/10 ahead of Teo, but for some reason just couldn't find it on his final run. So he bows out in P20. I should also say, both drivers now have the exact same spec of car in terms of upgrades. I'm not like sabotaging one of my drivers to make the other look class, you know what I mean? That is just a qualifying diff, and Teo has had the upper hand on Gio in this, qualifying this whole season. Japan, he got P6 in Q1. Saudi Arabia, he crashed before he even started his first run. He's obviously just a good qualifier. Also, what have I just witnessed here? Take a look at this. Oh my goodness. That is the absolute best confidence and setup that you could possibly give your driver. Of course, you get 100, but oh my, how have I managed that? No wonder he's done so well. Look at that, 99%. Wow, that is amazing. I didn't realize I made his setup that good. Okay, brilliant. Alright, and here we are in queue number 2. Once again, we're going to go for another 2 runs, except this time I'm going to make them a lot quicker. I'm not going to faff around and commentate throughout their laps. We're just going to skip to the end of both of them. So we'll wait until there's, once again, 10 minutes remaining, and then we'll send out Teo for his first run, and we'll go from there. Right, here comes Teo after his first qualifying hot lap. We can see some of the other drivers have done a lap, and he actually goes ahead. Never mind, I was going to say he's got ahead of Hamilton, but Hamilton, Ricciardo, and both of the Hasses haven't done their first laps yet, so Teo currently last of all the drivers that have finished a lap, but he is only 2/10 away from the likes of Alex Albon, who is currently safe. Of course, there is still 4 other drivers, but that's a pretty good first lap. And now every single driver has finished their first runs. As you can see, we sit P15, way ahead of Magnussen, and I can't actually see the gaps to Albon and Alonso. I can't imagine they're very big, because it's only a 1/10.5 away from Hulkenberg. So, now we just wait until about... Oh, hang on, we have a yellow flag. I'm going to pause the timer, because we're about to run out. But Fernando Alonso has crashed at turn 7, the same place that Zhou Guanyu crashed. Does he do the same thing? Yes, he does. Loses the rear and clots it into the wall, but it doesn't look like he's got any damage. Now, the reason I pause is because I think I'm about to run out of time, but I can't actually see how long until... Oh, you go, 3 minutes 12. Okay, good. Alright, come on, Teo. This is everything. I'm not expecting you to get into Q3 by any means. But you never know what's possible with this lad. 1 week he's crashing into walls. Next weekend he looks like the best driver here. You just don't know what you're going to get with this lad. And let's see how he gets on. Through Sector 1, he's got a bit of traffic from Sergio Perez, and it is going to be yellow through Sector 1. Oh no, that's not what I want to see. Sergio Perez, I blame you. You had no reason to block Teo there, but that's exactly what you've done. You absolute melt. Through Sector 2, it's double yellows for Teo. It's looking a bit crap, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to hold me head up, whatever you want to say. Hold my hands up is what I'm trying to say. And say that, you know what? Teo crosses the line, it doesn't improve. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. But that is still a really good result. Once again, getting another car into Q2 is a massive W. It's a shame that Teo couldn't improve on his final run, but realistically, I think that is probably everything that he could have possibly give on his first run. But I'm overjoyed with that. It's a shame he couldn't get Alonso, who had damage. He was there for the taking, but it's a great session nonetheless. And actually, he might drop down to P16, actually. I think he's about to drop to P16. That's really annoyed me. So it's P16 for Teo Porsche. Still a good result, you know what I mean? For those interested, here is the... What is that? I was going to say for those interested, here are the qualifying results. But why is Checo the best driver in the world on this game? Like, I don't understand why they made him so good. But anyway, it's time to head into the Grand Prix. Now, the strategy, the strategists back at the base said that the predicted best strategy for this race is going to be a one-stop. As you can see, they have set both our drivers up for the one-stop. Now, when I said I'm going to take the more simplistic route to this game, and I mean, I'm probably just going to leave them both on these strategies. I don't like Teo staying out for that long. I might make him pit a few laps earlier so that, you know, Gio stops one... actually, no, but what would be stronger? Let's think about this real quick. So he's staying out for longer, and it is a one-stop, meaning the undercut is probably going to be quite good, I think. So I'm just going to go off that logic. I'm going to pit Teo before Gio, I reckon. So I'm going to stop him on lap... Yeah, I'm going to basically swap their strategies round. So I want you to stop on lap 23 there. Unsafe strategy. Oh, update strategy. There we go. And then I'm going to go to Geo, and then I'm going to go edit lap 24. There you go. That is what we're going for. That is going to be our strategies for today. Nothing special. I don't know if there should be something I'm doing different. Like, I don't know. But let's do this thing. And it is time for the Imola Grand Prix. It used to be called the San Marino Grand Prix, even though it was nowhere near San Marino. I have no idea what to expect today. I think it's going to be much of the same that we've been seeing throughout this series, which is hanging around the back and our race pace being particularly awful. For some reason, our quali pace seems to be quite good, but then in the race, it just all falls to pieces. So here we go. Race start. Checo Perez on pole. I don't know how. He has to start on the curve as well. And here we go. And the drivers are off and they are away. Now, I'm actually going to switch the POV thing to the leaders just for this first little bit, so we can see if Checo keeps the lead. Teo already on the move, getting past Fernando Alonso, already making places up into turn one. Checo Perez stays ahead. What a driver, apparently. Giovinazzi also on the move, making his way past Logan Sargent. I think about now we'll probably switch back to our drivers, and it's chaos, really. That's exactly what this is. And we've got an Alpine behind trying to, like, you know, get past. We're not going to let it happen. Just don't let them. Do you know what I mean? Let's put them on deploy. Oh, I'm annoyed. I'm frustrated. I forgot to underfuel the cars by a lap. That's what I've done. Wait, why do they... Oh, never mind. Yeah, I forgot to do that. That's something that I should have done. I should have lowered their fuel by one lap. Of course, that one person said that's what you should do, and it did work. Well, unlucky, I guess. And to be honest, I don't really know what else to do. I think for now, I just leave it. Do you know what I mean? And we have a yellow flag somewhere. Ocon has locked up at turn 7. Lots of drivers making errors at turn 7 at this track. Of course, we had Alonso and Zhou Guanyu spinning. Ocon just does a Hamilton 2021. Locks up, goes off, and he's now down to last place. But yeah, I mean, look how slow we are. Teo now loses out to Bottas as Sargent gets Gio, but there's nothing else for me to do. Like what do I do? This is where I get a bit stuck. I think this is where you have to say that our car is just really slow. And I think that's all this comes down to. I don't think there's anything I'm doing particularly wrong with the strategy, with the fuel, with the ERS, and that's just exactly what I didn't want to see. So, yeah, as I'm making a little commentary on why I'm not a very good manager, Teo Porsche once again makes an error. And I think that is still one In every single round so far, he has made some sort of mistake. What a driver. And he always throws away his opportunities, has such good qualifying sessions, and then throws it all away, the absolute spanner. I think what I'm going to do is, one of my drivers is meant to stop on lap, 23 and then lap 24. I think what I'm going to do is, at the moment, Teo is on 23, as we have another yellow flag. I don't know what it was for, but whichever driver is in front going into the pits, I'm going to pit first. At the moment, it's Gio, and it is probably going to remain as Gio. I think that's a good estimate, to be fair. Right, I think it's officially time to stop the lead driver, which at the moment is Giovinazzi. So let's get him in for his first stop of the race, well, his only stop of the race, onto the brand new hard tyres, and then we're going to give it a second. He goes in, and now, oh, hang on a minute here. I'm going to ignore that. Teo seems to have a tyre issue, saying that they're overheating, or they're worn. I have no idea, but let's get him in now. I've got all confused. Here we go. Right, Bosch, hard tyres, lovely. Now, 2.8 second stop, by the way, for Gio. That is a lovely stop time. I still don't think that's good enough to get into the top 10 overall, but that's still pretty good. Comes out just behind one of the Ferraris, who I believe is a whole lap ahead now, so that's really cool. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch this to standard, and I think he should get away with that until the end. And of course, now Teo Porcher is going to make his stop. Here he comes. Let's see what stop time he gets. Here he comes. It's in. Wheel off. Wheel on. It's slow, is what it is. It's very slow. Delayed pit stop for driver is about 1.8 seconds off the pace. Let's take a look at the replay, actually, see if we can actually see what went wrong. So he enters the pits, all fine and dandy. And is it a problem on the front right? No, it isn't for the front right. I don't know which tyre it was, but something went wrong, and just the miseries of issues just keep piling on each other. And I believe after the pit stops, we have now actually dropped down to P21 and 22 and losing considerable time to Pierre Gasly up ahead. Wait, no! We have managed to get ahead of Zhou Guanyu. Let's go! What a result that is. That's really good. I'm very impressed with my team for staying ahead of Zhou Guanyu. Now, Teo's gone off again. What a surprise. I need to sack this guy at some point, because this is just not fun anymore. Let's see it. Into turn 1. And just goes over the curbs. It's fine, but like it's I know it's your rookie season, and I am gonna give you the whole season. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna do a Red Bull. I'm not gonna do a Helmut Marko and sack you off at the half season point. But you're really not making a good case for yourself, lad. I'm not gonna lie. And now he has underfloor damage because, well, Formula 1 cars don't work particularly well over ginormous sausage curbs at turn 1. We have a yellow flag somewhere. Logan Sargent has spun. Esteban Ocon comes into the pits. I don't know if he's on a 2-stop or a 1-stop, but he is now way off it, but he is going to be very fast. We also get ahead of Kevin Magnussen as Oscar Piastri has a mechanical fault, and he has the fastest lap, which just gets nabbed by Norris. So will Piastri start falling off? We have a yellow flag somewhere briefly as well. It's going to be a Stroll lockup at turn number 7. Magnussen catching very, very quickly, almost like a second a lap at this point, as Esteban Ocon gets past Teo Porcher, and it's really not looking good as Magnussen gets Gio, and I don't know if we're going to be able to hold Ocon back until the end of this race. He's about to overtake Zhou Guanyu, and then it's 10 seconds, but there's a lot of laps left, and he's on a lot better tyres. And it seems that even though Piastri has a severe mechanical fault because it's in red, it doesn't seem to matter. He is still, you know, decently fast. Ocon now making gains, and he's about to make his way past. Tsunoda runs wide. Ocon goes through. Gasly now at the back of the pack. He's about to overtake Teo. I reckon we might just be able to hold on to that P19 for Gio, but it's going to be very, very close. I think it's about now that we start pulling out all the stops and we start putting him on to, like, deploy and stuff, but I will wait as Sargent stops into the final 10 laps. Zhou Guanyu catching. I think about now we're going to go to deploy, and I'm going to... No, I don't want to stop you. That's exactly what I don't want to do. I want to change your tactics to always defend. We want to keep Zhou Guanyu and Sargent behind. Let's take a look at your ERS. Put it back. No, wrong button. Put it back onto neutral. There it is. And how has he got none left? Where'd it all go? Well, you used it for half a lap. Where's all your ERS gone? What do you mean? Oh, I don't even know anymore. Put them both on push. You have tyre issues and aerodynamic issues. Go on to push and deploy. Now, what I am going to do is I'm not going to let my drivers run out of fuel this time. I think that's a good idea. Gasly now overtakes Gio as well, and I think he might actually get done by Zhou Guanyu as well, but for some reason he doesn't have ERS. Why do you not have ERS? Okay, put it on top up, because Zhou Guanyu shouldn't be able to overtake throughout this lap, and then at the end of this lap, going into the, final couple of laps, he should have some left. I hope? Yes? Okay, nice. Okay, I'm not being funny, but how have you only saved up 10%? How have you got no ERS on top up? What is good, though, is that one of the Astons has come through, and has actually... Why are you going so slow? Why are you so slow? Why are you so slow? Go quicker! Drive faster! Please! Oh, he's not going to do it. No, he's done it. He's still holding on his Gio. Time to go into harvest mode and hope that, Mr. Zhou Guanyu can't get by. And here we go, final lap of the race. I'm going to switch it to neutral. One of the Red Bulls is coming through now to lap us for the second time. Why did you... What? Oh my goodness, what has Gio done there? Why has Gio braked? Gio has actively just braked for no reason. Zhou Guanyu is now going to get a free pass on the inside, probably. And I think he's got that place. What an idiot I have put on my team. I'm sorry, but F1 Manager, who designed your AI? Who made your AI? Because it is absolute garbage. Why are you making drivers brake on a straight to let another car by? Why are the drivers driving so far offline? Like, what are we doing? I seriously don't understand this game. But anyway, Giovinazzi has been done by Zhou Guanyu, and it is looking like it is going to be a, it's going to be a P21 is what it's going to be. I have him on deploy, but it doesn't make a difference because for some reason he's going to brake on a straight, because that is the good thing to do. That is advised, that is class, that is the appropriate way to let another car by. The battery is now empty. They still have a lot of fuel left. Teo's tyres is actually red 0, and we have a puncture. Great. That's exactly what I want to say. You've got a puncture. Yeah, that's good. So, this time, the team strategy hasn't worked. I stopped when the game told me to on the, projected correct strategy, and look what happens. So, you know what? Since it's the final lap, I'm just going to ignore it. There's no point stopping you, because you're going to come into the pits over the finish line. Here is the puncture as a replay. It's just a puncture. There's nothing special about it, to be honest. Giovinazzi is about to cross the line. His tyres now read 0. I think he's about to get a puncture as well, and he has. Wow. A double puncture for the Lamborghini F1 team. Wow. A double puncture. And again, this is the team strategy. This isn't my strategy, and both my drivers have ended up with a puncture. Fantastic. Okay, well, there is the race completed. What an absolute nightmare. And once again, I don't know why I keep making videos on this game, because not only is this game bad in general, but it's just not very fun watching your drivers hang about in last. And I understand the car is awful because I've just started, and in like a season or two's time it might be quite good, but no. No. I don't want to be here. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to sit here, watch my drivers spin off the track, claw into the walls, and get punctures. Do you know what I mean? It's getting a bit annoying at this point. Well, here's your final finishing order for those who are interested. Verstappen wins. Another Red Bull 1-2. Very boring. Yuki Tsunoda in the points. That's pretty cool. And, yeah, this. Nice. Excellent. Drivers' Championship now looks like this. Remember after round 3 it was actually a close championship? Not anymore, because Verstappen now has a 37-point lead over Lando Norris. And looking into the Constructors, Red Bull now lead by 62. We currently sit in 11th and it's just not a good day. Do you know what I mean? It's just a bad day at the office, as they say. And then looking at the fastest laps, fastest pit stops, I should say. Once again, we don't even remotely make the top 10. We are still 9th overall. And then our best stop was a 2.8. To get on the leaderboard, we had to do a 2.6. So once again, very, very stinky. Neither driver got 20th or higher. I actually said at the start, didn't I? One of you is guaranteed to get it. And yet, it didn't happen. So that's also fantastic. And yeah, just crap all round. You know what I mean? It's just crap. That's it. So once again, we now have to put Teo onto... actually, Teo has messed up this car so much, we actually have to put him onto the old spec because he has broken that many bits. Because as you can... Oh, never mind. I was lying. He doesn't have to do that. And then looking at the powertrain, your gearbox, yeah, put a new one in, sure. So you've already got one broken one, and one of them is already quite worn, so you'll be taking quite a lot of engine penalties, I reckon. And these are all at medium risk, and it's just all bad all round. Looking at the post-race data, there's nothing to really look at. I like how it says this. It says, in terms of strategy, we expected to finish 19th, and our best finish was 21st. So we were below target. The best strategy for the race was a one-stop. Well, I did a one-stop, it's what you told me to do, and I got 2 punctures, you fat prick! But anyway, this could potentially be the last episode in this series, because I don't see the point of continuing. This game is stinky, like I said, and I don't see much progress, to be honest. I mean, we've brought loads of upgrades to the car, and yet it still stinks. I have brought, you know, upgrades to try and help with the medium speed, which is where we are struggling most. And it's not any different. We are still 18th. Of course, that's because other teams are also bringing upgrades. But then, how do you catch up? I guess you really don't. Monaco is going to be the next round. Yeah, that's going to be fun, I'm sure. Neither of our drivers are going to crash into walls there, are they? But anyway, that's going to be all from me today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you lot next time. Goodbye. Get me off this game.
You and me, like it was yesterday.